Okay, so we are recording in case anyone else comes. Hi, I'm Grace. Thank you guys so much for coming today. And just quick reminders, of course, like this is your workout. Like feel free to modify anything. I will give modifications if needed for like challenges or just a little extra break because I know I'm a little tired today. So if you want to take it lighter or heavier, totally up to you. Also, just make sure you drink tons and tons of water. You'll see me drinking a lot of water. And if, of course, if you have any questions, feel free to unmute or just chat me, whichever works best. And so real quickly for the waiver, in order to make these classes as freely accessible as possible to our participants, we will be using a verbal warning and assumption of risk at the beginning of class. Participation in this class is voluntary. Physical activity programs may result in injury, and by participating, you assume the risk of injury that may result from your participation. We strongly recommend that you participate from a space that is suitable. So like me making sure you have lots of space, having a chair or wall, and moving any other potential hazards, and making sure we are going to be on the ground. So if you have a mat or like carpet or anything, make sure you use that. Participants are encouraged to stop if they experience pain or injury and should seek appropriate medical advice or care as needed. And we strongly recommend that each participant have an annual physical examination. Alrighty, and y'all can feel free to listen to any music you have because if I play any music, it will mess up the audio. So plug in those headphones. I'll have mine in as well, and we'll go ahead and get started. Have to turn on my music as well. All right, we're just gonna start with a bit of a warm up. We're gonna come into our second position, so just having your feet a little bit larger than hip width apart, turned out slightly, but you don't wanna overturn out so you don't hurt your knees. And we're just gonna bend into the squat and we're gonna stretch, pushing the shoulder forward while trying to rotate that back shoulder. And you can kind of move around in this just to warm up your hips a bit and warm up your legs. And feel free to switch sides. Switching back just a little quicker. Straighten up a bit and we're going to stay in this position and we're going to reach opposite arm to leg, making a nice little triangle shape. You can go as fast or as slow as needed. You can really stretch in to those hamstrings. Really warming up the back of the legs. Doing well, you guys. Keep going. And when you come back, standing up, we're going to keep doing this, but you're going to bend that supporting leg to get a bit of a side lunge in there. Switching to the other side, shifting that weight. This should really stretch out those inner thighs. Almost done, you guys. You should be getting a bit warm. We'll just do 2 more here. All right, we're gonna come to the side a bit, and we are going to flow down into downward dog. So walking your hands out into a bit of a high, incorrect plank, and you're going to reach your body up, really pulling your hips up higher to flow down into a bit of a plank. Just constantly moving through this to warm up those shoulders. And for your plank, when you come to this position, you want to have your body straight, not like I am right now, but having the arms straight down from your shoulders, really just blowing through, feeling that stretch. 4 more. We're going to come into a runner's lunge. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying in this plank position. You're going to bring your right leg forward, keeping knee over the toe, and having your back as straight as possible. And what you're going to do is you're going to lower that knee down to the ground, extend it out. Just to help stretch out your body a little bit more. The only thing that's moving should just be your knee. Everything else should be staying pretty stable. We'll switch to the other leg in 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and switch those legs there. Making sure the knee is still over the toe. And we're going to lower this leg. If you feel like you can't get, like for me, this side is a bit less flexible. If you can't get your knee all the way down, you can just move it without actually touching the ground, or you can ever so slightly lower your hips a bit. Whatever feels the most comfortable to you. And we're just gonna do 4 more, y'all. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, good job. Coming up to standing. We're gonna stay in this squat position. Legs should be about, this should be about hip width apart, and we are going to squat. Just nice and quick, making sure to keep your body up a little. You don't wanna hunch forward too much and not trying to go over your knees a bit. All right, we're just gonna do this just to warm up those knees. Whew. And in 4, 3, we're gonna hold it in that chair position as if you're sitting in this chair. 2, 1, holding it in this chair position. We're gonna lift those arms up, overhead, and then bring it forward, step, twist your body off to the side, come together, other arm to the side. You just wanna be twisting that upper body. It's gonna burn, it's burning me already, but we're just gonna do this for 8 more. Really twisting that upper body, keeping the lower legs nice and stable. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Release. My muscles are tired today, y'all. All right. We're gonna stay either facing this way. You can, of course, face the camera. Ooh. And we're gonna lunge it out. So what we're gonna do, lunge, rotate those hips into that second position we were in, rotate it back, come together. Lunge, rotate it into a squat, rotate back, together. You can feel free to speed it up a bit, but make sure you're still engaging your core so that you're not falling out of your lunge. Woo. And in 2 more, we're gonna add the arms. All right, so now we're gonna do just 8 more, but with the arms, when you lunge, you're gonna raise the arms to the side, as if it's, you can add weights here if you want, or you can just do body weights. So when we're lunge, squat, lunge. We'll just do this for 8. 8, 7, whoop, 6. You may be getting tired, but we're almost there, y'all. Push through it. 5. 4, almost there, just 3 more. 3. 2. Last one, you guys. 1. Woo. Now, the other leg. And if you do, feel free to make sure you have water. We're gonna flip to the other side. But this side, don't worry. We're just gonna do the 8 without the arms and 8 with arms. So we're gonna lunge back. Just do 8 of these normal ones so that we are even on our right side. Ooh. Already halfway through. Two more. Last one without the arms. Woo! Now we're gonna add arms, just 8 more. You're doing great, you guys. If you're like me, I'm very tired today, but you know, you're putting in that effort to do something for your body, so you should be really proud. We're already halfway through these. Woo! Feel free to slow it down if you are getting tired. 7. We only have 1 more after this, you guys. Last one. Woo. Shake out the legs a bit. Get some water. All right. Now this one is going to be a little bit of a challenge. You can either, we're going to face the bar. You can either have one hand on the bar, no hands, or both, whatever you want to do. We're going to lift our back leg, hinge our body forward. Now, if you're going to do this with no bar, have your stand-porting leg ever slightest bit bent, just so you're not locking your legs. And we're just going to rise, lower, rise, lower. If you do want to test your balance, feel free to bring your arms to your chest when you rise it. Or if you want to have only one hand, you can do a bit of a push with it. Or of course, you can have them both. We'll just do this for a little. Rise, hinge a bit, and we're just gonna do 1, 2, pulsing it ever so slightly. Shouldn't go crazy high, just a few inches. I'll do 1 arm today. We're just gonna pulse it for 8. We're already halfway through that. 5, 6, 7, 8. Release. We're gonna do the other leg. If you want, you can add a challenge here, or you can take it down a notch, depending on what you did in the beginning. So hinge forward. We're just gonna do this for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my gosh, I just counted to 10. So sorry, we did 2 for fun. There, good job, you guys, for doing the extra. All right. We're gonna stay standing here for a bit. Feet are still gonna be in that rest position, a bit hip width apart. You're gonna take your opposite leg, cross it back behind you, and you're gonna lunge, a curtsy lunge. But when you're doing this, your arms are gonna go overhead, bring it together. Curtsy lunge, bring it together. We're just gonna do 2 sets of 8 of these on each side. I know it sounds like a lot, but we're already 4 of the way through. If the arm is too much for y'all, feel free to keep them both just on your hips. And 8, we're already done through the first set of 8. Just another 8 more. 4, 5, 6, almost there, 2 more, 7, and 8. Switching to the other side, having that resting position, and go. 1. Really just engaging that core to steady your lunge. Flowing that arm with your movement. And we are done with the first 8. Just another 8 more. Y'all are almost there. And 4, 3, 2. Last one, you guys are almost there. 1. Phew. Shake it out a bit. We're gonna come back in to that second position whenever you're ready. All right. When we're coming into that second position, you're gonna have one of your heels popped up while we plie or squat in that second position, and your arms, when you plie, are gonna come down into your sides in a V. You're gonna flex those arms as you do so to really tense up the muscles. Straighten both arms and legs at the same time. Doing awesome, you guys. We're just gonna do 4 more on this leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. And switch. Heels, pop the other one as we plie. Still keeping that heel raised as we plie. Looking good, you guys. We're only gonna do 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, killed it. Okay, we're gonna come down to the ground. And for these, you can either have your legs fully extended out, or if you do end up getting a little more tired from it, you can bring your knees in. So what we're gonna do is have our upper body extended out. We're gonna hinge slightly back, but chest should still be proud. And we're going to do similar to what we did with the arms last time. We're gonna bring it down and up, engaging that core, but also working the arms a bit. You wanna make sure you're not too scrunched in that lower back. Trying to sit up as much as possible If that means you need to bring your knees in, totally do that. Try to make these really slow, controlled movements as you work those shoulders. Almost there, you guys. We're just going to do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. We're going to come sitting forward. You can sit on your knees. And we're going to do just a little simple arm workout. It looks easy, but it's way harder after a while. You're going to put your arms up in a goal post, holding them. You're just going to keep going up and down, but managing to pretty much keep that elbow at that 90 degree the entire time. The real challenge is not dropping your arms after a while, pushing through the fatigue a bit, because you know you're almost at the end. We're just going to do 8 more here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Before you drop your arms, we're going to extend them out. I'm just going to shift my legs a bit. My feet are falling asleep. But while your arms are extended, we're going to bring those arms alternating into a half goal post. We're just going to crank these out for 2 more sets of 8. Even if your arms are getting a bit tired, you're almost there. You can relax if you need, but challenge yourself because you are almost done. You're already done with that first 8. We just have another 8, 7, 6. Woo, my arms are burning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Woo. Feel free to relax. Give a good shoulder roll there if you need, because those look easy, but they end up killing. Feel free to get a drink of water. We're going to stay here down on the ground. I'll flip this way. No, we'll stay this way. Sorry. So we're going to lie down and do sit-ups, but you're going to keep those legs extended out in front of you. And the extra challenge is you're going to have one of your arms raised the whole time you're doing it. So when you're coming up, you can't do anything with this hand to help you up, just engaging that core as you roll up into it. And if you do need to bring your knees in, totally fine. Feel free to modify this. If you want an extra challenge, you can have both arms up, but just making sure you're rolling up and slowly rolling back down. We'll go ahead and start rolling up to a straight back, slowly lowering down. Trying not to use the other hand to grab your legs. I just have mine out to the side. Almost there, you guys. You guys are doing great. If it is getting harder, you can bring those knees in now, or you can push through the last 8 with the legs extended. Four more, you guys. 4, 3, 2. Last one, act like you're giving a high five. Good job. Now we're going to stay here down on the ground Now this is an exercise you can add in those weights if you're interested, or you can just do body weight. I'm actually gonna grab weights. Sorry, I look disgusting. All right, we're gonna come down and we're gonna do chest presses while your legs are up in tabletop. So when you release down those arms, your legs are also lowering into table. If you just want to do one leg, or if you just want to do the chest presses, totally cool. Feel free to add whatever challenge you like. The real challenge is making sure your lower back doesn't leave the ground. If that means not lowering your legs as low as they can go, totally fine. Just lower them to the point that your lower back doesn't leave the ground. Let's go. Chest press it down and up all together. Down, up together, down. And for those chest presses, you're just making that 90-degree with your arms as if you're doing a push-up, but in the air. Really engaging that core as your body is going opposite directions. Again, if you don't lower your legs all the way down, totally fine. I'm not, because I don't want to let that lower back come off the ground. We're just going to do 4 more, you guys. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Go ahead and sit up. And now we're going to do some Russian twists. You can do these with weights again, or just your body weight. Totally fine. But we're going to do these Russian twists slow, like deadly slow. You're going to have your legs raised up in front of you, or if you'd like, you can have them lowered down to the ground. Having them in the air is a bit more of a challenge. But we're going to twist the body, tap, and switch. But really using your core to control the movements. I'm going to lower down to the ground just for a bit, just to make sure you're really controlling your movement while engaging that core. Really twisting in the obliques, almost like you're rowing a boat, kind of. And if you do have your legs in the air, same thing as before, you don't want to curve too much into your back because it can hurt your lower back. So trying your best to sit as straight as possible. We're just going to do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. It always makes it that much harder to go slower, which is surprising, but always really good to control your core. Now, I'm going to switch around, but we're just going to do scissor kicks. So lying down on your back, you're going to lift up one leg and alternate with the other. But what is going to be our challenge for this time is we're going to infinity around your legs. So as you alternate, it's kind of like you're passing a ball through your legs. If you do want the challenge, you can pass your weight under your legs, or you can just do regular scissor kicks. Totally up to you. But we're going to, you're kind of sitting up a little as you switch. Switch. It always makes this a little extra hard because you are up in the air. If you don't want that challenge, Feel free to just do it from the ground with just your shoulders raised off the ground. Ooh. If you need a rest, feel free to rest. We're just going to do 8 more counts of these. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Those really killed me today, but that is okay. That just shows your muscles are working. Now, we're going to do another one of those tabletop things with our bodies up, but this time your legs are going to be in tabletop. While your hands are out, they're going to extend, lower, in, extend, lower, in. If you need to stabilize yourself by lightly holding onto the ground, feel free. Or if you want to make it really hard, you can even have your hands up in the air. You're a true master if you can do that. But we're just going to have them in this tabletop position, straight back, extend, lower, in, extend, lower, in. And when you bring it in, feel free to kind of reclose in that gap, really engaging that core at the end. Extend it. You don't have to lower it that much to the ground. Whatever you feel your body can do today. Or if that is too much of the rocking around, you can just go tabletop, extend, tabletop, extend. We're just going to do 8 more of these. Really engaging that core. You're almost done. You're already halfway through. 5, 6, 7, ooh, and 8. Finish strong. Whew. Feel free to stretch out those hips to release, and make sure you drink some water. We're going to come onto our back. Legs are going to be up at that 90, and we're going to do what I call penguins, where your back is on the ground, and you just swivel your body, trying to touch your heels. Not lifting, only lifting your shoulders off the ground, keeping your body, keeping your back down on the ground, just swiveling, waddling like a penguin to reach your ankles. We're just going to do this for 16 counts. 8, already halfway done. Y'all are almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, relax. That's a nice quick one, but always a killer. All right, we're gonna do another one today. We're gonna be down on the back again. But when we're down here, we're gonna do glute bridges. If you want the challenge, we're gonna do one leg up as we raise, or you can just keep both legs down on the ground and do regular glute bridges. If you are doing the one leg up, make sure you're really squeezing those glutes to lift you up, since you only have that one supporting leg. You can hold on to the ground lightly for stability, but this should all be engaged in the core and the glutes to lift you. Making sure at the top to give your glutes a good squeeze. We're just going to do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. We're going to switch to the other side. If you want, this can be the time to add your challenge, or you can take it back down to a normal glute bridge, whatever you're comfortable with. We'll go ahead and start. Trying your best to keep that leg as stable as possible, so you're not rocking all over the place. Making sure to breathe while you're down here. You don't want to hold your breath. We're just going to do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Now to finish it out, we are just going to do a set of 8 regular glute bridges with our heels raised, as if you're wearing those high heels to do this. Keeping your feet underneath your knees. You're just going to lift and lower with those heels raised. We're just going to do 8 of these glute bridges, making sure to really squeeze the glutes at the top and still engaging that core to lift you. Last 2. Last 1. Hold and release. Woo. Good job, you guys. All right. We're going to come out onto, we're going to come to a plank. Sorry. All right, flip over. We're going to come onto a plank. You can either do on your knees or on your toes. And for this, you're going to lift that outer arm, lift up and lower. Really just extending and opening up that chest. You don't want to move your hips too much. Really trying to keep that body stable. So it should just be that upper body opening up. We're just going to do 8 more of these so that we can do the other side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. We're going to switch to the other side. If you do feel your hips coming up sometimes, just try to re-engage your core to straighten out your backs again. If you need to come down your knees to do it, totally fine, just as long as you're keeping that good alignment. All right, we're going to do the other side. Stabilizing that core. You're going to reach up, down, up, down. You can feel free to do this as slow or as quick as you need. We're just going to do 8 more here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Feel free to sit back into a child's pose just to stretch out your shoulders a bit. We're going to do our side plank now. For side plank, same sort of thing as regular plank. You can have both legs extended out, or you can have your supporting leg bent underneath you. And for this, your arm is going to be directly under. And we're going to do just some dips. Try and keep your body as straight as possible. You can also lower your arm to your elbow, but sometimes because you're dipping, it's easier to do it from up here. So you're just going to dip, trying to strengthen that side up. And we're just going to do this for another 8. 4, 3, 2, 1. Before you relax, we're going to hold this side plank, lift up the leg and the arm, and we're going to crunch in. So you're going to have both the arm and the leg up as you crunch into your side to do what I call crab crunches. And we're just going to do this for 8, only 8. All right, ready, set, and crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, and 8. Woo! We're going to switch to the other side. And same thing, you can tuck that leg under, or you can have them both extended out. Totally your choice. All right, we're going to come up, hands on hip, and dip. Really trying to keep your body as straight as possible. Don't want to sink too much into it. Just a slight dip. Four more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding it up there. Ooh, gonna scoot over a bit. But holding it up there. And you're gonna crab crunch. Extend it out. Crunch. Doing it for the 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Woo! Relax. All we're going to do left is come down onto our side. You can have your hand up on your elbow. You're going to bring this top leg over as if you're making a 4 with your body. And that lower leg, you're going to lift it and pulse it up. Just going straight vertical up. Shouldn't move around too much, no circling. We're just going to do a good old pulse. You can have your hand resting in front of you or on your hip, whatever's most comfortable. We're just going to do 8 more, y'all. Almost there. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax and switch. Having that top leg over in front of your lower leg. Using those inner thighs to really lift that leg up. And again, don't want to sink too much into it. Don't forget to keep breathing. You don't want to hold your breath during this. We're just going to do 8 more. Almost there, you guys. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Come onto your back. Take a good breath. And you're going to bring your knee into your chest, like you're giving it a good hug for everything you did today. Just taking some deep, breaths as you hug your knee closer to your chest. And you're gonna bring that knee over across your body as you extend opposite arm, looking out over the other side, really feeling that stretch in your back. Trying to just cool down from everything. Coming up, you're gonna bring that knee over the opposite leg, making a 4 again, making a little pigeon leg, pulling your left leg towards you as you're pushing the bent knee back, making sure though that foot is flexed to protect your knee, giving it a good squeeze to really stretch out the backs of the glutes and your hips. Breathing into it and release. Bringing your left leg into your chest, giving it a good hug. Rolling over to the opposite side again, keeping that head and arm looking away. Coming up into the pigeon pose again, making that 4, bringing your right leg into your chest as you're pushing that knee back to really stretch out the hips. All right, relax. We're gonna slowly roll up. I know time is over, so feel free to finish stretching on your own. Make sure to drink lots and lots of water today. And thank you guys so much for coming again. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And hopefully see you guys next week. I'm at the same time, Wednesday at 4. Thanks, guys. Bye. Oh, thank you.